Hello and welcome back. Today, I'm going to show you how to use an AI assistant called Sana AI that's going to make your life a lot easier. When you're at work, every day you have a ton of different tasks that need to be done. And a lot of these tasks are repetitive, like getting meeting notes or having action items, analyzing documents, communicating information, or moving data from one app to another. Sana AI helps you do that all in one place. Okay, so let's get started. When you've logged into the website and the website is sana.ai, that's sana.ai, this is sort of what your homepage looks like. And you'll see that there's already a bunch of stuff that's waiting for me. So, for example, a few days ago, I had a content meeting with my content team. The meeting's right there, and I can go ahead and summarize it by clicking here if I want. I also have uploaded a document on our sponsorship data. We work with sponsorship, that's how we make a lot of our revenue. And a lot of that data is captured within this spreadsheet. Now, there's some demo tasks here as well in case you need inspiration, and we have all of my knowledge and my files here. Now, the first thing that I really like here are called assistants. An assistant is something that basically automates a bunch of your different tasks. So let's go and check that out. So right here, I have two assistants that I use regularly. One is our HR assistant. The other one is the legal assistant. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on the HR assistant and let's ask it something. So for example, I need to take a day off and I'm not sure how to do that. So let me just go ahead and ask it. Uh, what is, the process for taking vacation? And let's see. Cool. And as you can see, it is now generating the company policy based on the documents that I've uploaded. So by the way, I have given it our company policy. All of our HR documents are uploaded there. So it can just go ahead and help me right there. Now, if you have an HR team, they might get these questions a lot of times. So instead of having to do this stuff manually or ad hoc, this just makes your life a lot easier. Now, another thing that I really like here is I'll go back to here, I'll go to search. And search lets you search for any document. So for example, I want to find our onboarding document for new employees, for example. So I'll just go ahead and do onboarding document. And let me see if I want to change my sources. So yeah, let me just go to my files because that's what I'm looking for, not any web pages and so on. And there we go. We have now found my new employee onboarding guide. Now I can go ahead and open this by clicking here, but maybe I have a question. So I can just go ahead and ask a question like, summarize this doc. I guess that's more of a command than a question, and it'll give me all of the key points right here. There we go. Awesome. So anything you might need to know, maybe you need a TLDR of this document, you can go ahead and find it, but maybe you have some, specific question around this. So for example, I could ask, how do I find key contacts? And there we go. It'll go ahead and answer that question for me as well. Awesome. There we go. So two things we've covered. We've covered assistants. You can go ahead and build your own assistant, by the way, by clicking here, or you can use a search feature and find whatever document or email or anything else you're looking for. So you can go ahead and do that. We also have collections. So collections are, for example, any specific function. So if I have something in my commercial, if I have HR, if I have operations, I can go look for the document by that specific one. You can also do that by date or a specific assistant. Now, moving on, I have a ton to cover, but let me go into meetings. So here's a meeting that I had last week. Maybe I want to get a quick summary of what this meeting is. So let me just click and wait for it to load. There we go. So for example, maybe I want a summary of this meeting, right? So I can say summarize this meeting, and let's just see what it gives us. There we go. So it says everyone who attended this meeting, this is absolutely correct information. And we talked about, all the specific things that were discussed here. I can also ask a specific question. For example, if there's any specific task to me or any deadline or anything along those lines, you get the idea there. Let me go here to meeting. There's also video recording. So for example, this one, we had a 6-month check-in with one of our employees recently. I can go ahead and watch that video because it was recorded, or I can go ahead and ask a specific question. For example, what feedback or what goals were set during that meeting. Awesome. Another very powerful feature, and this is the final one, which I thought was extremely powerful, is called Sheets right here. So I'll just go ahead and click and create a new sheet. And what Sheets lets you do is it basically helps you analyze multiple documents in the same place and find answers for any questions that you might have. Obviously, you can do for one document as well. So for the sake of this, and just to keep it simple, I'll just quickly do one document right here. So for example, I'll say I want to see how much revenue my sales rep Aaron has generated, along with how much ad inventory she has sold, and the name of the company she sold it to. There we go. So I'll just go ahead and press enter. And now what it does is it will generate these sort of, see columns for me by itself. And now I can go ahead and attach any data source. So now I can go ahead and attach a bunch of different data sources. But for this example, I'll just go ahead and share the data on my sponsorship deals. And you can now see it working its magic. And you'll see that Erin has generated $25,000 in revenue. She's sold 19 ads. And the name of the company that she sold to was Burke Inc. I think she only sold one deal to that, so that's maybe the one that's coming in. Now, that is a great example of how you can use this. Maybe you have multiple data sources, right? So maybe, for example, if you are closing multiple deals across multiple functions and you want to query all of them. So, for example, you might be looking for the amount of money that you spent or the term that you need in terms of putting in a cancellation notice. Any of those things you can go ahead. And this is not just for individuals. I think this is very powerful from a team perspective. If you want, you can go ahead and add collections, which basically are which team you want it for. So, I have one for my commercial team, which is kind of my sales and revenue team, my HR, my operations, and my product team, which is essentially my content team. Now, that's it for today. I think you'll find this very helpful. Thanks for watching.